In order to become an ice sculptor, you need to have not only the artistic skills, the endurance to get the sculpture done, but the discipline. You're in a freezer for many hours a day, or in a winter festival. It's a very challenging material, and there's a lot of logistical things that go along with ice sculpting, like the drainage of the water in an event, in a room temperature event. So it's very hard, but it's very rewarding. You do ask yourself continuously, why am I doing this? It's gonna melt. But the beautiful thing about ice sculptures is that it teaches us that beauty is not permanent. It teaches you to enjoy what you have in front of you and make the most out of it. One of the secrets of in a crystal clear block of ice, two of the secrets. One is we purify the water. We have a reverse osmosis system, a water softener, and an industrial filter. So this is better than Evian water. It's super clean water. And then the other secret is the motion. These pumps make the molecules of water to freeze really tight together. That's why the ice is so crystal clear and so dense, so strong. Motion is the biggest secret. There was no ice sculpting school in Venezuela. That's usually taught in culinary school. So the only way for me to learn was to try to learn from somebody. So I was begging for like 3 months to a chef in Caracas, in Venezuela. And so he took me in and he taught me some basic principles of ice sculpting. And then I started going to competitions all over the States and Canada and Europe. My purpose in that time was just to learn as much as possible. So I had to balance between doing my sculptures, trying to do well in the competition, at the same time trying to learn as much as I can and trying to learn of their techniques and tools. In those days, we didn't have chainsaws, or chainsaws were not applied to ice sculpting yet. So it was, like a handsaw and ice picks and chisels. To be able to carve a sculpture with only a handsaw, I had so many stitches all over the place. And then it's also a physical job. These are 300-pound blocks of ice, and at that point, they felt like this is one of the most difficult things in the world. Why am I doing this? What was the most difficult thing at the time, which was learning how to carve with only handsaws and chisels. Now I have the technology. I have massive CNC machines and every tool that I can get. But having the skills of starting really hard and having the skills to create a sculpture with only a handsaw or a chisel. When somebody wants to start over, I'm like, start, with the basic tools and just create your skills based on very limited amount of tools. And then eventually you develop and you can add more tools into it, but you have a really good foundation for your technique. 26 years ago, I had an offer to work in Paris, or I had the option of buying a company in Chicago. That deal didn't go through, so I decided, okay, I'm gonna open my own company, but I'm gonna move a little bit north. I mean, it's Milwaukee, Madison, Lake Geneva, all the way up to Green Bay. And at this moment, I'm inspired by people, by the effect my ice sculptures create on people. I am grateful that I come in people's lives in very special times in their life, in their wedding, or their anniversary, or a birthday, or a bar mitzvah. I think there's a lot of things that we do that translate into you can do whatever you want. If we can create this ice sculpture out of a block of ice, you can go home and do whatever you want. You can create your own masterpieces into any material that you want, and you can overcome any challenge. If you can amaze and inspire people, that's the best thing you can do. One other beautiful thing about ice sculpting is that it allowed me, like I had some ideas and I'm like, how can I get this out of my head? How can I get this into a material? And so at the end of the day, you feel like, oh, it feels good to be able to translate something into a block of ice.
Thanks for watching the Arts Page. Please like, subscribe, and turn on notifications for more stories of art in our community.